Went to a Friday Night Magic sealed event last night and had 6 packs of Return to Ravnica to open. Had a lot of fun. So here I'm going to show you all the cards that I did not use in my Rakdos deck, which is what I ended up playing. Here's Armory Guard and Azorius Justiciar. Pulled a foil Knightly Valor, a common, an enchantment aura. Drops a token. Eyes in the Skies, another token dropper, instant in white. Concordia Pegasus. Got a lot of cards, so I'm not going to go very slowly, otherwise this video will get really long. Seller of Songbirds, another Concordia, a foil rare Sphinx of the Chimes, which frankly reads to me like it's not one of the super hardcore rares. 2 inspiration. Soulsworn Spirit. Esperius Skywatch. My opponent actually used this card. When it enters the battlefield, you can detain a creature an opponent controls, and he definitely used it against me a couple of times. Chronic Flooding, which I've actually seen online, used as sort of the key for a tournament deck. So it looks like a very useful common. Void Wielder, which I think is a very heavy card at 5. Doorkeeper, I've seen it played with a bunch of gates. Paralyzing Grasp. Pulled a Syncopate, and in my hurry to build a sealed deck, I didn't even notice that I had pulled a Syncopate. This is the first time that I see this card, really, that I notice it. Downsize, another Doorkeeper, Crosstown Courier. Used most of the black cards in the Rakdos deck, so I only have 2 here for the cards I did not use. Let me slowly take out some of the cards so that I can continue with my pile of cards. Likewise for red, I used a lot of them. Here are the cards that I did not use. I used Vanderblast the first game in the match. I lost both of them. Of course, I'm a new player, and the person I played against was very good, and also made some great pulls that I didn't make. But he was a better player than I am. I'll admit that. I used Vanderblast in the first game, but my opponent didn't have any artifacts, so obviously I took it out. Here are the green cards. Golgari Decoy, I remember using in the pre-release. It's got a nice scavenge ability. I haven't used Urban Burgeoning, but it's a 1-drop, so it should be useful. Crosscut Monitor, another scavenge card. Again, when you're in a sealed event, especially if you get there just in time as I did, you're in a hurry, and you really have to do your creature counts fast and get going. It is possible, looking at all these scavenge cards, that I could have done a green something deck. I also have some really nice Azorius pulls, but Rakdos seemed to be the one that I had the better deck for in this event. Druid's Deliverance. I'll go through some tokens quickly, and then continue to clear out cards so that the camera can focus well. There we go. Then some nice artifacts. Tablet of the Guilds. Very nice card. Whenever you cast a spell, if if it's at least one of the chosen colors, you gain 1 life for each of the chosen colors it is. That's an easy way to gain 2 life with all these 2 colored cards. I also was very lucky to pull my 3rd Shockland. I now have Steam Vents, Blood Crypt, and this one. So I've got 3 of the 5. One of the Guild Gates. Here are the Celestia cards that I pulled. A very small Celestia pull in this selection. Here's one card that I did not use. It's a 5-drop in a sealed event. The heavy drops are not that useful, no matter how powerful they may be. 2 Trestle Trolls that I didn't use. A Golgari Longlegs that I did not use. And then here's a really nice selection of Azorius cards. Especially Supreme Verdict, which has been used against me a lot online. That's a really nice card. And it cannot be countered, and you can destroy all creatures. Now, when you read that, you have to think, well, that's going to destroy my creatures as well. But if you have no creatures on the board, you're fine. You just wipe out. It's a nice board wipe. Archon of the Triumvirate, I think if I remember correctly, is the top card in the theme deck for Azorius. It's obviously a rare. Is that Staticaster? Chemistress Trick, 2 of them. So that's the whole selection of what I pulled in the sealed event last night that I did not use in the deck, or in the case of Vandal Blast that I took out. Do a little rewind as we wind down this video, just so you can see some of the cards, especially the multicolored cards that I really love in this set. A really well designed set. My opponent used Hussar Patrol a couple of times. He had an Azorius deck splashed with red. And so I got to look at this card because I got hit with it last night pretty good. It's got Flash, so you may cast it any time. It's got Vigilance, and my opponent did cast it at different times in the cycle, not when he was dropping his creatures. And it's got Vigilance. It's a 2/4. It's a great way to prevent damage. And he did a very good job of that. I hit him hard a couple of times, and he used this card every single time to make sure that he did not take direct damage. There's your Supreme Verdict. Nice card. I guess it's one of those money cards. And I'll leave it there.